Oh man, don't you just hate when there's a creator you like and you've been following them for quite a while, you seem to agree with everything they're saying, but then disaster strikes and they upload a video or they publish a post and you realize they are not your friend, they are your enemy? This was that video for me. I've been following this man for so long. His shorts got recommended to me along like all of us. And I followed him and I enjoyed his content. I ate it up. But then he published this dreadful video. This ruined my perception on society and made me realize there are people who are just wrong and irredeemable. There are villains and there are heroes. And from their point of view, I am the villain. So let's take a look at this, because maybe you're wondering just what the hell am I rambling about. Take a look at this.
In fact, the solution to stopping phantom traffic jams from happening is for people to stop tailgating and maintain an equal distance to both the car directly in front of them and behind them. Phantom traffic jams are when there's traffic but for no reason. No accident, no construction, no reason for traffic. But what happens is, someone is tailgating a car, then that car hits their brakes, which causes the tailgater to slam on their brakes, which causes a ripple effect of every car behind the tailgater having to slam on their brakes, creating a traffic jam. Researchers at MIT modeled real-world traffic conditions on a typical US freeway to see what would happen if people stopped tailgating. In normal, real-world traffic conditions, about 1,800 cars per hour per lane move down a freeway. The MIT model predicted that if people stopped tailgating and maintained an equal distance to both the car in front and behind them, the number of cars traveling down a freeway per hour would double to 3,600 cars per hour per lane moving down the freeway.
What? 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 How? What is that conclusion? I cannot understand this. I don't understand this at all. How was that the conclusion for that research? You know what the actual problem here was? It's not the tailgating. It's the person slamming their brakes in the highway. Am I going crazy here? What do you mean it's the guy tailgating? It's the person who just brake checked somebody on a highway. That's who the actual problem is. Why would it be the problem? Whoa! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. I need to calm down for a second. I'm sorry. Sorry. Ooh. Okay. Let's just retroactively go down the chain of events that he put down. Right. So as we can see, the cars were getting closer and closer, and instead of doing the logical conclusion of like, oh, there's people that are catching up to me. And I'm keeping them from moving forward. Maybe I shouldn't be a nuisance and an actual hazard to others around me. And I should, call me crazy, but like in at least in US highways, there's always 2 lanes that you can drive on, right? Unless it's like a rural area or it's like a one of those that spring out from the main boulevards. You can always just go right over the stripe lines. If there are stripe lines, if there is a straight line, you can never pass them, right? You're just gonna have to take it that they're being just annoying and a problem to those around us. But if there are stripe lines, you can always just go right over the lane, go past them, and then go back inside your lane, right? You can always just do that. But if you aren't on one of those single lines of traffic, you will be most likely, if it's a US highway, as they said this was done in, you will have 2 lines that you can always go to at least. In most main cities, if you've ever gone to those, you have like 4, 5. These civil engineers are going crazy on those. They're just stacking lanes on these highways to get rid of traffic because it's horrendous over here. But at the very least, you will always have 2. And everybody knows what they're called. Slow lane and fast lane. There is the regular lane and then there's the passing lane, if you want to get technical about it, right? The slow lane, it is for those that have a truck, that are carrying goods, and for those that have family cars, or for those that are even going just below the speed limit. Okay? Those are for those that are sticking to it, and those are for those that are going under it. The passing lane is for those that are going and gonna go past these people, right? That is why it's called the passing lane, because you're gonna pass them, right? Now, unless there's not someone that is going the speed limit or below it on the passing lane, you will have a very efficient way of traffic. Everybody will be going fast and perfectly so. No accidents done. Everything will be running smoothly. Now, the problem here lies when someone just brake checks somebody in the middle of traffic. Oh, why was that not the problem that we pointed at here? Why are we blaming this on the ones that are trying to get past this guy? This makes no sense to me. Let me show you a good video of how annoying everybody thinks these people are. Let me just show you an example.
We just cut up our pieces and put it on our shell.
Yeah.
So I'll make it when I get there. I'm gonna make tacos. You said you took 4 pieces out, right?
Yeah.
Cream and cheese and the shredded lettuce and the tacos. Alright.
Alright, sis.
Alright. Sorry, bye.
Yep. That guy's a good guy.
There we go. Good driver and a bad driver. You notice the big old difference here? The bad driver is, oh, I wonder who. The one who is, oh my God, someone is tailgating me. I'm just gonna not move over and I'm gonna stay here going below the speed limit of those that are going on the slow lane because I am too egotistical, too prideful to move over to the slow lane. So I'm just gonna sit here on this lane, becoming a hazard, making those behind me late or more frustrated with my own existence. Now you may be saying, well, why are you running late? Why don't you just leave your house earlier and stop making it everyone's problem? And that is a fair point. One that let me shut down for you right here.
It's right here.
Sometimes I'm not even late and I'm still gonna tailgate somebody. Why? Because you're annoying. I don't want to sit in traffic for longer than I should have. And I don't want to be behind somebody that is going at the speed limit or below the speed limit. There are 2 lanes and you should just scooch on over and let the animals, if they want to risk their lives and waste their gas or risk getting a ticket, I say let them. I say go right ahead and just ruin your tire's traction by going so fast. Right? Who cares? Because if you're just, minding your own business and, being a normal person, just move on over and carry on your day. You know why these people don't do that? It's because they are too prideful. Their ego doesn't let them move over. That is why a lot of people, when you just rush right past these people and then you get in front of them out of nowhere, oh my God, they found the pedal. They speed up. They speed up to you. There are so many car accidents that happen because someone is in the fast lane not moving over. So then people start speeding up past them to get past. And then the car speeds up to not let them go through because they don't want anybody in front of them. Why? Does it make them go any faster? No, it doesn't. Does it screw up the view anything for all? Maybe it might screw up the view of the scenery, but who cares? You're just staring at concrete, man. Why would you care about that? It's just because of their ego. That's all it is. This is why this one research video made me so pissed off. Fun fact, my ass, man. That's not a fact. The fact is, the problem is the person slamming their brakes. That's who the problem is. Even just following his scenario, let's say that they just can't move over. Let's say that there's only this one lane in a US highway and everybody's just frustrated with this one person at the front that is going the speed limit and they just do not have a way to move over. The problem still is the person that is slamming their brakes on the highway. There is no way to go around this. The person is still at fault. There is a reason why if you take this to court and you may argue, oh, Your Honor, he was just going really close to me. He was just blah, blah, blah. You know who goes to prison? It is those that slam their brakes. It is illegal to slam your brakes. To just brake check somebody in the highway. Now, you may be saying, well, what are you talking about? There's so many examples of people that, when you hit somebody from behind, it is automatically your fault because it doesn't matter if they slow down or anything. You were just too close to them. And for that, I have a counter. That is if you don't have a camera that captured the whole thing. That's right. You should always just have a dash cam for these scenarios. Because in the rare occurrence that this does happen, you can always just pull out, oh, here it is. They brake checked. The problem is with those cases is that it's very hard to prove that you got brake checked. And the only thing that's for sure is that you were too close to react to them slowing down. And so that is why it's very unlikely for you to win that court case. That is invalidated as soon as you whip out actual camera footage that they brake checked you in a highway and you got screwed over. That is how you win those, because it proves that they were being spiteful and they were trying to just actually cause a problem, right? They were trying to cause an accident. And so all the fault lies on them. That is how you can avoid that. And that is why, legally speaking, the person who brake checked is still in the wrong in this simulation. So then naturally, I go down to the comment section and I scroll by and I see that nobody, absolutely nobody, is agreeing with me or pointing this out. Everybody is complaining about those filthy speeders that are so close to your license plate. They're just sniffing your ass on the highway. Everybody's just complaining about them. I felt like I was the minority here. I finally felt it. I am the minority in this case. And I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. Because I was still in the right about this. If you go over to the Instagram comments of the other video, the good versus bad driver, you see the people, man. Those who actually agree with me on this. Those who validate my own horrible behavior. And then I stopped myself and I was like, why am I trying to seek validation from strangers, man? What are you doing? Get yourself out of that. You're looking mighty sad right now. But that did put things into perspective. It put into perspective just how things have gone downhill. And that honestly, I have way too much anger in my body for this place. Honestly, I need to calm down. Because doing these commutes every day have turned me into some despicable animal. Those of us who have jobs, you know, where you live like 30 to like an hour away of where you live, it has made me just so hateful with people who don't move over. They've just corrupted me to the point where I get so frustrated with people. Nobody knows how to drive. Everybody's too egotistical to move. Everybody's too prideful. And you know, you may be saying, well, if you're getting this angry, maybe you're the problem. I'm telling you, man, I have never gotten a single ticket in my life. Ever. And from what I just told you, I mean, making a commute of 30 to like an hour every day to my job and from all the way back home every day, I drive a lot and I still never gotten a ticket. So that should just put things into perspective. That is my badge of honor that I just never been caught. Okay, well, not caught. That I've just never actually been doing something that wrong. And people are just so dense and too dumb to be driving. Oh my God, they should raise the standard for driving. And also, they should just ban a lot of people from being online, because this is not a fun fact. And this just made me mad, and it ruined my day, my week possibly. I'm disliking this shit.